Hi everyone and welcome to our weekly reading. So for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Emily and welcome. For those of you who are regular viewers, welcome back. So in this reading we're going to find out what messages we need to hear for this week ahead. So please bear in mind that time is fluid. So don't worry about time frames, and also this is like a general collective reading, so if it resonates, let me know in the comments. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. So I'm going to use a couple of different tarot decks, and I've also got my Star Codes Astro Oracle. So we're going to start with the Witch's Tarot and just find out what are the key messages we need to hear for this week ahead. So anything exciting? We will have a look into kind of love, career, finances as well. So I hope you guys had a lovely weekend. We have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles has been coming out like quite a lot recently. So again, this is going to be another week where I feel like we can work on some long-term goals. The Ten of Pentacles is really just reminding us that this is going to be a week where we can enjoy ourselves, relax, maybe enjoy a little bit of luxury this week. So perhaps you are able to kind of like switch off from you know, difficulties and problems and just really focus on the abundance and the love which surrounds you. Maybe this week you're going to spend some time with loved ones here with this Ten of Pentacles, but you're definitely able to kind of move closer towards like a plan or a goal that you've had in mind. The Ten of Pentacles is really about unlocking the treasure chest. So I feel like this week something quite wonderful could happen, something which makes you feel very abundant, very supported by the universe, perhaps very loved as well. There could be an improvement within a relationship. It might be that there's a big breakthrough there, and you and this person can start making some future plans, or it could be that, you know, in your career and finances, perhaps you're starting to see more stability. So let's give these cards another shuffle and get some more on the table. So cards are just flying out. So we have the Three of Wands. So this week it seems like you're moving towards this Ten of Pentacles. You are well on your way towards a very abundant and almost luxurious place. You know, the Three of Wands is all about expansion and movement, maybe the opportunity to travel as well for some of you, but this really is about looking ahead, choosing your destination and committing to that journey. It really seems to be a week of like committing to taking those next steps, because you know the steps you're going to take are going to get you closer towards this dream that you have. With the Ten of Pentacles here, I feel like for some of you, you're planning to maybe make some changes or really solidify something in your material world. So this could be about making a big purchase. It could be about starting a new business, maybe like recommitting to a current business plan. I just feel like you are switching the light back on with something in your life. Could be a relationship as well. And this Three of Wands, it's just reminding us that it's going to be movement this week. There's going to be opportunities here for us to really see. We've almost like completed some kind of initial lesson or phase or project here. You know, there's been like a first stage of completion, and now we're moving towards like that next step, that next project. So it's as if, you know, you've ticked off some boxes and you're ready to move on to the next list of things on the itinerary. But with this Three of Wands, we have ships coming in. So we do have opportunities approaching this week. Either they're going to arrive this week or you're just going to hear about them coming towards you. But we do have these ships coming in, things that you've been waiting on in order to move forwards. So it's as if maybe there's been some things here which needed to like fit into place before you had that opportunity to make progress. And I just feel like, you know, those are kind of the pieces here which are starting to come together this week. It's as if lots of things behind the scenes are starting to fit into place. And I can see here, like, when you have a really complex lock and it's like all those little bits of the mechanics start to fit together so you can unlock this. There's definitely been things for you to do, but also things which were outside of your control, and it seems like a lot of those elements are really starting to work together now so that you can unlock the next phase. And we have the Four of Wands. So straight after the Three of Wands, always good to see this kind of progression. The Four of Wands talks about harmony, relationships, but also just true stability, you know, feeling very secure. The Four of Wands is a celebration. So I say that this week you are going to be moving towards this celebration, moving towards this big milestone. I do feel like that's what this week is about, especially with that Ten of Pentacles. This is like a huge milestone, something that you've been wanting to achieve for a long time, something that you felt you needed to do. It's almost this sense of like, I've got to do this to be happy. So I feel like what we have that we're moving towards this week, it's something which you know is going to bring you great happiness. It's been in your vision for a long time, let's put it that way. There's almost this sense of community this week, so I feel like this week it's going to be important to connect with others. Maybe there's people around you who are going to support you, or maybe there's going to be people here who you could support, but really coming together with like-minded individuals is going to create such a profound and positive change. I can see the number 555, but this comes as you collaborate, as you just socialize as well. Maybe for some of you this is more about engaging with others and just kind of having fun, being quite relaxed, but there's a social element to this week which is going to be very important in kind of like shifting a situation or getting things moving forwards. I see all these grand castles, and it's as if like I'm getting like, you know, like castles on a cloud, like castles in your dream. These are coming to reality. So I feel like these are really big dreams that you've had for a long time. You finally feel ready to maybe take some steps towards on like a 3D level. Maybe this is like, you know, just fantasies that you've had that you realize you do want to actually ground these in reality, and they're possible. You know, sometimes we have these big dreams and we kind of think, oh, I'm never going to be able to do that, so I'm just going to keep it in my head. It's going to remain a fantasy. But no, I feel like this week you're like, do you know what? I can do this. So there's this huge change of attitude this week where you finally feel able to move forwards and make progress and start to see those results that you have been waiting for. Now let's have a quick look into love this week. I'm actually going to switch the decks up. We're going to use Rider-Waite now. So love and relationships for this week ahead, Spirit. Eight of Swords. So we're not seeing the full picture when it comes to love and relationships this week. Maybe we're feeling a little bit anxious about what is going on in our love life. You know, where are things heading? With this Eight of Swords, it's as if we can't see the future and we're not fully trusting where we are right now. You know, this card to me, it's more about trusting and surrendering and remembering that you have the key to change this. You know, you don't have to be in an anxious mindset. You don't have to be, you know, worried or concerned. So what shifts do you need to make mentally so that your love life feels like it's kind of flowing a little bit smoother and it is a little bit easier? But with this Eight of Swords, I definitely say something you don't see. So let's get some extra cards for this. And you see more castles in the distance up here on the hill. So I definitely think there's things going on behind the scenes, and some of those we aren't meant to see, we aren't meant to know about. Ace of Swords. So interestingly, this is about cutting ties, like breaking free. This is definitely like that removal of the sword in the stone, something which has been stuck, something which has been stagnant, something which we haven't been able to see. There's going to be clarity. There's going to be a big breakthrough. So perhaps right now you're wondering, you know, what's going to happen next in my love life, and Spirit's saying all is going to be revealed very, very soon. With this Ace of Swords, definitely going to be a new beginning. We definitely have kind of like opportunities to communicate this week, and just with kind of like fresh and exciting energy, new thoughts, new ideas. So either you or someone you're connected to, maybe they're having some really big ideas about this relationship this week, which is going to create movement and get the two of you kind of free from this kind of like anxious or maybe even like frustrated situation. So even if you're in a committed relationship, perhaps you're feeling a little bit frustrated about things, or maybe you're single and you're wondering, you know, what on earth is going to happen, or perhaps you're in a connection with someone and again you're just wondering, you know, what is going on there. Well, that Ace of Swords, I do feel like there's going to be some ideas this week. I think you're going to have some new thoughts, some new breakthroughs here. And maybe even there's could be like a message here which does come through as well, because the Ace of Swords can be that communication. So maybe someone's going to be sending you a message which is going to clear up any kind of confusion. But let's get one more card for love and relationships. The World. So this is big. The World is like the ending of a cycle, a big chapter. The World is a card of success as well as completion. So with the World, perhaps someone is starting to see you differently this week. Maybe you are starting to see yourself differently this week, and this could very well create that breakthrough. You know, sometimes we overthink and we get anxious, and actually if we can shift our perspective and see ourselves in a truly positive light, see our success, see our beauty, our worth, then that can transform all of our relationships. Because when we know our worth, things do start to change. People start to show us more respect. We also start to show ourselves more respect, and we attract what it is that we are then aligned with. So maybe this week with that World card, perhaps you are shining differently, you are feeling successful, feeling on top of things, and we definitely have this sense of completion. So to be honest, we've got a lot of cards of completion this week, not just in love and relationships. So I would say that this is going to be a big week where we finally feel like we can leave some things behind and move forward, and we've completed some kind of initial lessons, and we're now ready to take things into the next chapter. You know, this big unlocking of events. You know, it feels like I said, everything is clicking together, and we definitely have this progress and this real shift in momentum this week. So let's go into the extended now. Let's find out more about what ships are coming in. I want to keep going with these messages for this week and just find out, you know, career and finances, but also generally what is going on, because we have so much positive change. We have us moving towards this kind of luxurious and stable life. So let's find out, you know, what other messages there is about that and what guidance we have for this week. So head over to my Patreon site, which is sacredspace.co.uk, and you can join me for the extended there, which will be in the spirit section. On my Patreon site, I also have guided meditations. There's all my extended readings as well as kind of bonus readings. There's Kundalini yoga videos on there from my Kundalini yoga teacher, intuitive eating videos. So there's a whole range of content there. So the idea of my Patreon is to really offer help to kind of like empower us all. So hopefully you'll find something there which is useful. But yeah, head over there, watch the extended, check out the other content, and I will see you back here soon for another reading. But thank you for joining me, and let me know in the comments what resonated with you today. So, insensitive. So, you know, I feel like in everything that goes on this week, it's important to connect with your own inner child, to connect with your own heart center and really understand how you are feeling. The Page of Cups, this is really guiding you to think about what new beginnings do you want to create? How do you want to approach a situation? What do you want to express and communicate? I feel a big block. I feel a big block in my throat chakra, as if we need to be more expressive of ourselves. We need to show ourselves off more to those around us. And for the extended version, visit www.sacredspace.co.uk. Click on the Spirit section at the top of the page and find the video that you want to purchase. You can also filter by category and choose Extended. Click Purchase to buy this individual video, or sign up to the Evolve tier for full access to the Sacred Space site.